Dear students, kindly settle down. Students, kindly maintain the decorum. Kindly be silent.
ঠিক ভালো হচ্ছে।
Very happy that we have few guests of honor and the chief guest, Mr. Nasir Usman Sheikh with us, who is a Senior Vice President, Group Human Resources, and Mr. Suresh Kumar, Head of Cloud, COE, Infrastructure and Cyber Security, Capgemini. And one more guest, we have AG Krishna Prasad, who is a Senior Lead Global Immigrations from Infosys, and Mr. Sharat Babu, who is a founder and CEO of Food King, will be joining us in some time. And we also have Mr. Suresh Kumar, who is Head of Operations, Narui Hospital from Vellore. Thank you, all of you, for joining us on this special occasion. Thank you. Quality education is the foundation for improving people's lives and sustainable development. A very good morning to everyone present here and joining us from across the globe. This is Dr. Kirtana, Deputy Head Online Programs. Welcome all of you to Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, Center for Online Programs, hosting its first international conference on sustainable business practices, driving impact and achieving development goals, a theme that resonates deeply with the global shift towards a more equitable, resilient and sustainable future. God speak in the silence of the heart. Listening is the beginning of prayer. Now we have Tamil Taivarthu. heart of achieving the SDG is education, especially higher education. Educational institutions like ours are uniquely positioned to lead the way in embedding sustainability into curriculum, research, and community outreach. By educating future leaders and professionals, universities plays a pivotal role in ensuring that the next generation of decision makers is equipped with the knowledge, skills, and values needed to tackle these global challenges. This conference is a gathering of thought leaders, innovators, and industry experts who have been driving significant impact through sustainable practices. We are incredibly proud to share that we are the first university in India to host an international conference for the online department. This milestone underscores our institutional commitment to innovation in education and to creating platforms that facilitate global dialogues on critical issues such as sustainability and SDGs. Once again, welcome to this international conference. As pioneers in the online educational space, we take part in hosting the conference to foster new insights and collaborations. Over the next 2 days, let's explore how practices can truly impact, achieve the SDGs, and lead us to a future that benefits both and the planet. So we can shape a future where businesses thrive by driving positive environmental and social outcomes. Thank you, and let's begin this journey of shared learning and discovery. I now request our chief guest and other dignitaries on the dais to light up the lamp.
MGR Education and Research Institute deemed to be University Chennai. It gives me great pleasure to be standing here on this wonderful occasion with all the dignitaries here on the dais and off the dais. I would start by first of all giving a warm welcome, our president on the way, warm welcome to our honorable president, engineer ACS Arun Kumar, under whose guidance and with his support and guidance, this online program has flowered and grown over the last few years. A warm welcome to our respected Vice Chancellor Ma'am, Dr. Geeta Lakshmi, to our Provost, Dr. G. Gopalakrishnan, our Rector, the dignitaries here, the Chief Guest, Mr. Nasir Usman Sheikh, Senior Vice President, Group Resources, Global Delivery Centers, ATOS Tech Foundation, which has its headquarters in Paris. He takes care of the global divisions. And Dr. Ren Hung Huang, professor of a university in Taiwan. He'll be joining us through online mode. He'll be giving his lecture through the online mode. We have another guest, Mr. Suresh Kumar, Head of Cloud, COE Infrastructure and Cybersecurity, Capgemini, Japan. Mr. A.G. Krishna Prasad, Senior Lead, Global Immigration, Infosys Limited, Chennai. Mr. E. Sharat Babu, Founder and CEO, Food King. We also have our spotlight speakers. We are very proud to say our alumni, one of our alumni will be joining us. Mr. Suresh, alumni of our online program, he'll be joining us. And Mr. Aboit Po Shun Chen, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, from Choyang University, Taiwan. Again, he'll be with us through the online mode. So, yeah. So, it's a great day. And we have organized this conference on the theme of sustainable business practices. There is a lot of thought and vision that has gone into deciding the topic. We are all, we think about the consumerism that is there and the fast-paced life where we want to increase our income levels and we talk about economic growth. How many times do we think about sustainable economic growth? How do we want to leave this planet to the future generations? Do we want to leave a depleted planet, or do we want to leave a planet that is replenished and that is able to, where we are able to give back to our future generations? Consumerism, increasing of our national income, our per capita income and growth is all very good, all great sounding words. But consumerism at the cost of depleting our resources, at the cost of leaving this beautiful planet in a very depleted state is not good for the future generations. And we owe it to them to be very aware of the business practices that are sustainable. When we say sustainable, that think about the future generations, that think about the future resources, that preserves and conserves the valuable resources that planet Earth has for all of us. So there was a quotation I read some time back. We do not rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our systems. I don't know how many of you understood that. We do not rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems. That is, you may set high goals. Anybody who runs a 100-meter race, the goal is to win the race, but everybody doesn't win. There is a process, there is a method, there is a system that has gone behind the champion. So you can set high goals, but to meet those goals, you need to have a system and a process. So these conferences, I wish they become like think tanks, and we come out with some ideas to preserve our planet. I'll end with one story about a Chinese bamboo tree, an ancient Chinese bamboo tree. You know, you have to, when that tree is planted, you have to water it for 5 years continuously, every day with consistency, and the plant will not grow 1 inch above the ground. 5 years of consistent watering of the plant, of the tree, that is an ancient Chinese bamboo tree. After those 5 years are over, within the next 9 weeks, it grows by 90 feet. Within the next 9 weeks, it grows by 90 feet. So did the tree grow in those 9 weeks? No. 9 years, sorry, 9 years, no. It grew through all those 5 years of continuous watering, continuous replenishment that we did, and with that, the tree was able to. So we all need to continuously work hard and strive towards achieving the goal of replenishing our planet. With these words, I would like to welcome all of you again to the wonderful international conference. We got some 200 papers, out of which we selected 90 papers, and we have created a book of the proceedings of the conference. We'll be releasing it soon with our Honorable President, and President is on there. So our Honorable President is here now, and we would like to give him a warm welcome. Let's wait for...
as a token of gratitude and love. We thank our Honorable President for being a part of this first international conference. We'll continue further. Desire is the key to motivation, but determination and commitment to an unrelenting pursuit of your goal, a commitment to excellence that will enable you to attain the success you seek. I now invite our Dean, Dr. Kasturi, to brief us about the conference.
Good morning. Education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world. Lifelong learning is not a luxury but necessary. Our management rightly identified and proud to say Dr.M.G.R. Educational Research Institute, the pioneer for online education, constantly evaluating to meet the needs of the learners in digital era. But the journey of innovation excellence would not be possible without the visionary leadership and dedicated efforts of those who have guided us along the way. It is my privilege to extend my warm welcome to the distinguished individual on the dais today, and the passion and commitment has shaped institution success. Center for Online started in July 21 with 3 UG program and 5 PG program. It is a dual intake, January and July. This is our 7th batch. We have totally around 2,600 plus students. And this batch has got 500 intake and it is still extended to November. I am happy to inform that UGC has given an approval to take admission in our BCA and MCA from this year onwards. And apart from our regular department, even an online department conducts 12 events in a semester, and FDP program for the faculty, and the most prestigious one is the batchmates. Every year we call our students batchmates, meet them in our online gathering. Apart from which, the added feather to our cap is that we have built our own LMS. About the conference, why this particular conference title is being chosen? Sustainable business practices driving the impact and achieving development goals. This conference is focused on the sustainable development, and strategies should be planned and aligned with the social, environmental, our governance principles. As a social responsibility, the theme was coined to create awareness to the researchers, students, and the industries to build the nation aligned with the SDG goals. This platform is a start for the researchers to think about the environmental goal and sustaining the business. It is not only the retaining the customers, sustainable of the business should be aligned with the environmental goals. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am. Your education is an asset that no one can take away from you. It is not money that you should aim for, its quality education. That is what we take you to places, the willingness to learn and the need to grow. We have got such an asset to our university. Our Vice Chancellor is there with us, who has been a great support in all our endeavors. I now request our Director Online to honor our Vice Chancellor. I now request our Vice Chancellor, Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi Ma'am, to give us the presidential address.
A very good morning to one and all here, and of course the online program, the director, Dr. Malini Pandey, her team, of course, bubbling like her, always running like her only. I think so you have trained them like that, so they are also like you. Our respected Provost, Krishna sir, Mr. Nasir Usman Sheikh, the Senior Vice President of Group Human Resources Global Delivery Center, ATOS Tech Foundation Headquarters in Paris, Renhong Wang, Professor National Yang, அது சுவாங்குங்கெலாம் வருது, அதனால some Taiwan University ன்னு சொல்லிடுறேன். And of course, Mr. Suresh Kumar, Head of Cloud COE. May I know who's? Because our people also should know. Cloud COE, Infrastructure and Cyber Security Practices, Cape Gemini, Japan. And Mr. A.G. Krishna Prasad, Senior Lead, Global Immigration, Infosys Limited, Chennai. Welcome. Mr. E. Sharat Babu, Founder and CEO, Food King. Yeah. And Mr. Suresh, Head of Operations, Narvi Hospital, Alumni of Online. Yeah. So welcome to all. And of course, it's a pride and enthusiasm to stand before you today for the landmark of the International Conference hosted by the online department of Dr.M.G.R. Educational Research Institute. And I also should say thank to our President and our Chairman, President Arun Kumar, who was here, and our Chairman and Chancellor A.C. Shanmugam, who have been a pillar and who have supported everything which is going on online. And of course, without Malini Pandey, this wouldn't have possible, because I know, like, she's been going here and there to give the marketing. In fact, she does the marketing herself to go to within India, to other states, and within the Chennai itself, going to many malls, what I've seen you, and also to other countries to propagate and market the online program. Because this comes under the sustainable business practices and achieving a sustainable development goal. For the reason is, education is the basic to think what to do next, and also to think to preserve the nature. So unless we are educated, I see many of the women who are, even now, are not going beyond +2. They get married. I'm going to the women empowerment, that's it. So I'm now talking about the women empowerment. When a woman gets empowered with education, they bring up the whole family. That's what is my basic tool for education. And this online program, where it is convenient, it crosses the barrier, the nation barrier, the state barrier, and it goes internationally. From wherever you are, at your ease, you can get educated by yourself in your own time. So this is what is the online program. And I think so now they have brought in the master's degree also in commerce, which we should, all of you know. And each one of you, when you go into these management and the commerce courses, you would be getting your, or starting your own entrepreneurship, your own business, so that you sustain the nature, you sustain the family, and sustain the nation, India. Thank you, one.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I now request our Provost, Dr. G. Gopal Krishna, to give the special address.
Good morning, everybody. Mr. Nasir, Senior Vice President at Atos Global from Paris, Suresh Kumar, Head Cloud from Japan, Krishna Prasad, Infosys, Suresh Kumar, our alumni, and then Mr. Sharat from Food King. My colleagues, Dr. Malini Pandey, Dr. Silraj, and my faculty members seated here, and my dear student friends and invitees. Well, let me straight go away into online programming. As per the United States, online started in 2010 under cloud. This is what the history says. An estimated 5.5 to 7.1 million students take at least one online course in the US, according to the US Education Department and the Babson Survey Research Group, as reported by Kolovich. A report released by KPMG India and Google indicates online education in India, I'm talking about the 2021 report, the market for online education in India was expected to witness a magnificent growth of about 8 times in 3 years, i.e. from US $247 million in 2016 to US $1.96 billion in 2021. That's the latest data I have. An implication of providing effective online feedback is a positive impact for online learner performance. Distance education, or as you call it, online, is even much faster than the normal education that we do in the classroom. Chickering and Gamson had, while leading a task force, introduced the 7 cardinal principles: encourage contact between students and faculty, develop reciprocity and cooperation among students, encourage active learning, give prompt feedback, emphasize time on task, communicate high expectations, respect diverse talents and ways of learning. This is what has been expressed by a variety of people talking about online education. The 5 pillars of quality, as per Sloan C, courtesy Moore 2005, is learning effectiveness, access, that's flexibility, faculty satisfaction, cost effectiveness, student satisfaction. This is the quality of online programs. Now, what about the attrition? What happens is most of the students come with unrealistic expectations. That's the problem. So they don't know what they're going to study. They just choose a topic and start getting into it. Now, unrealistic expectations about the work involved puts many apart. Lack of prerequisite experience. Just a guy like me can't get into economics or management, etc. I'm an engineer, right? So it takes some time for me to understand. So this is lack of adequate knowledge in the subject I want to do. The third one is the pure communication from the instructor. So the teacher must have a proper communication. The language must be fluent. Then there must be eye contact, even if it's online. Bad pacing. Some topics of a program are somewhat tougher. So it's better to start with the easier topic and then go for a tougher topic. Now that is what is indicated. The next one is the unexpected course content. Whenever you undertake an online program, the instructor is supposed to give details of the course content. Unless that is given, I don't think the guy will be able to understand. Low motivation, so we need to motivate them. Now and then get into eye contact, get into discussions, the instructor and the taught. Right. Then technological glitches. Now, in a country like ours, the IT sector, getting proper connections, internet, all these are posing big problems. Unless the government of India takes care of it, we are not going to succeed. Much of the above-mentioned reasons, and others not cited here, could be easily resolved if the learner and the taught could get together, discuss online, could perhaps solve the problem, and learner could continue doing it. So therefore, attrition on online programs have to be kept in mind. So as far as the online program is concerned, let's all give a nice standing ovation to Malini Pandey and her team. Please, because I have every right to say this as a provost of this university, that she has been instrumental, along with the team here, to get this online program, and no other university in India has gone to such an extent. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for all your support always, sir. I now invite our rector, Dr. D. Vishwanathan, to give the special address.
Respected Vice Chancellor, Dr. S. Keithalakshmi, distinguished Chief Guest of this program, Mr. Nasir Usman Sheikh, distinguished Guest of Honors, Mr. Suresh Kumar, Mr. A.G. Krishna Prasad, Mr. Sharat Babu, and other dignitaries on the dais, distinguished faculties, delegates, ladies and gentlemen. I am extremely delighted to participate in this international conference on the sustainable business practices, driving impact and achieving development goals. I would like to congratulate all the organizers for choosing the very right topic for this program. And also I congratulate the organizers organizing it very greatly and successfully. They have received more than 200 papers, and out of which 900 papers are selected for the presentation. I would like to share a few of my thoughts regarding the sustainable development and the economic growth of this country. As you all know, for the past 2 decades, our country is progressing very well, very vibrantly. And 10 years before, the economic condition of the country was in the rank of 12. And last year, we have reached number 5. So this is because of the sustainable practices of production, manufacturing, and economic growth. So that way, what is the role by the youth to be a developed nation? The 17 goals framed by United Nations in the year 2015, and by 2030, we should be able to achieve the goals. So to become a developed nation, India should focus on developing the fields like education, improving access, quality, and infrastructure, especially in rural areas. Healthcare, enhancing medical infrastructure, increasing healthcare access, and improving health outcomes. Infrastructure, manufacturing, technology. When you take up the technology, fostering innovation, research and development in areas like IT, AI, and biotechnology. Further, agriculture, renewable energy, skilled workforce, innovation and entrepreneurship, governance and institutions, environmental sustainability, social inclusion. These are all the fields the youth of the nation should concentrate the next decade. To become a superpower in the year 2047, as you all know, the Viksit Bharat framed by the government of India, by 2047, India will be a superpower. We are marching ahead of it. We have a plan. In the year 2035, Indian space stations will be established by ISRO. And 2040, Indian astronauts will land on moon. Already we have demonstrated landing the Chandrayaan-3, the south pole of the moon, the first country in the world to demonstrate. So, in order to become a superpower, not only the SDG helps, but we have set our own goals, like advanced technologies, artificial intelligence, machine learning, quantum computing, and cyber security need to be addressed in the next decade. Defense and aerospace. If you take up the defense, you should be very happy to note that India is now, so far we used to import equipments, but today we are exporting the defense equipments, like BrahMos missiles. This year, we have sold BrahMos missile to Philippine countries to the worth of 2,500 crores. 2 years, we have launched foreign satellites to the tune of 359 satellites, which earned around 2,500 crores income for our country. So this is the beginning. The youth of this nation will concentrate on these lines. So the defense and aerospace, developing indigenous defense systems, missiles and aircraft, renewable energy, space explorations, high-speed transportation, biotechnology and pharmaceuticals, nanotechnology and material science, oceanography and blue economy, quantum communications and cryptography, advanced manufacturing, data science and analytics, artificial general intelligence. Dear students, these are all the main important themes which we need to address in the coming years. I have brought all these to your notice for the simple reason that the challenge for you is greater now than before. As you are coming out from the protected corridors of academics, you will be entering into the world which is full of challenges, but the environment also offers ample opportunities to prove your talent and use your expertise effectively. I said I will speak about half an hour. That says the time shortage. I am certain that the knowledge, culture, ethics you have imbibed till now would enable you to take up the life ahead with more confidence. I would, however, like to caution you here that you must develop a sense of flexibility so that you can easily adapt to whatever the challenges various developments takes place. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your encouragement and support always. I now invite our additional registrar, Dr. V. Raj, to give the special address.
The most respected Vice Chancellor of our university, respected Provost, respected Director, learned dignitaries on the dais, faculty friends and beloved students. This education industry is undergoing a disruption. I think you are all aware. as already stated by our provost, that education industry itself is a huge business proposition. By now, totally in our country, 3,000 crore rupee of transaction has been enabled through the distance education. By 2029, it is going to increase by 8,000 crore rupees. That is the proposition. And then globally, if you take right now, it is around 17 billion now. It is expected to reach around 271 billion US dollars by 2029. So that shows that clear there is a paradigm shift towards the distance education mode. Right now, the disruption is all faculty members, we have to learn the art of handling our classes through the distance mode also, using the technology. So with the technology, right now I think all of you are aware, our faculty friends are also here. We are also right now undergoing the training program initiated by our Vice Chancellor Madam recently for handling AR VR devices. Through these AR VR devices, we have to enable the augmented learning for the distance learners also. This is the art of the day. So if the faculty members misses the technological development as far as content delivery is concerned, so definitely the juniors will ask, this is the way, this is the gate that actually, please vacate your chair or vacate the campus. So like that. Then again, there is opposition also. So right now, by another 10 years, the requirement for physical professors, teaching faculty members over there in the institutions will drastically come down to 40%. The 60% goes only with these online content delivery system. So unless we enable ourselves nuclear with these developments, but already as already stated nuclear, the bridging of the gap, all these things. So people are deliberating that classroom teaching cannot be replaced. Yes, it cannot be replaced, but at the same time, right now the technology AI enabled, cognitive model, teaching methods, which are being adapted in online also, which watches how the dynamics of the classrooms are happening there. Based on that nuclear, the content delivery itself will add the dynamism over there, delivering the content also, in handling that particular subject also. So many such developments are happening, dear students, but at the same time, you as a student nuclear should always keep an eye on what are the developments, so what are the cutting edge technologies, so how to get these cutting edge technologies as your skill as well as your weapon also. So that is very, very important. So that online is the only available source for all of us. So even, right now with the instance of our officials over here, as a faculty member, we are also updating through these NPTEL courses also. We are insisting all our faculty members to register for these distance learning, to update the latest subjects which we have to teach our students also. So it is a enabler for all of us. So keep this in your mind, and then I hope this sort of clear program will enable more and more opportunity for us to use this online content and the learning methods. So with this, once again, I thank Dr. Malini Pandey, Madam, as well as her mammoth team for arranging such a, before concluding that nuclear, when Madam took this online, we thought there will be a switch which will off. But now it has grown into a banyan tree. So many courses, so many students. So really, so we are amazed with that organizational ability of this particular team, especially Dr. Malini Pandey. So more and more students will, I hope, will come and then participate and then get the benefit out of all these things. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your support. The key to success is to focus our conscious mind and things we desire, not things we fear. Now we have our Deputy Dean, HNDS and Project Officer Online, Dr. Nirmala Sugita Rajni, to introduce our chief guest to the gathering.
Good morning to all, dear dignitaries, esteemed guests, and faculties, and my dear students. It is my honor to introduce a remarkable leader and visionary in the field of human resources, Mr. Nasir Usman Sheikh. Currently, Mr. Nasir is the Senior Vice President heading Global HR Services for Tech Foundations business in 60+ countries globally. Additionally, heads for all global delivery centers in 12 countries, including India, Poland, Bulgaria, Romania, Spain, Malaysia, Philippines, Morocco, Egypt, and Mexico. Mr. Nasir is currently director on the board of directors of multiple ATAS companies in India. He is also dedicated to corporate social responsibility, contributing significantly to communities in Chennai, Kerala, Karnataka, and Maharashtra. In addition to his professional accomplishment, Mr. Nasir serves on the Western Regional Council of NASCOM and holds positions on the honorary advisory boards of Bennett University and Chandigarh University. His previous role was Vice Chairman of HR Committee for the Indo-French Chamber of Committee and Industry. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Nasir Usman Sheikh, a leader with exceptional character, a strong work ethics, and a passion for empowering others. Welcome you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. I see that 90% of the hall is filled with people who are learning here. I see students. So I think I've changed what I wanted to speak to you, looking at the audience. Because one should speak to the people who are attending. And it should make sense to you. So first of all, thank you for inviting me here. So to the dignitaries here on dais, the ones who will be attending online, because I see that this is going to be going online, and to all of you over here, thank you for inviting me and being here, attending this. So let me take a step back and understand a little bit with you on what this whole sustainability goals and how it is getting adopted by corporates today, right? So there are net zero standards that companies are putting up their hands and saying that they are going to become carbon emission, they are going to reduce their carbon footprint by a certain period of time. And this is happening globally. So the word sustainability came from there, but as far as we are concerned as Indians, I think sustainability has been there as part of our culture. And I do not think that there is anything new. I think only the fact that we are trying to adopt that into the industries. And we are making those commitments in order to make sure that we live in a healthy environment. Now, since this is an education institution that I'm standing in, I wanted to speak for a couple of minutes on one very simple fact that I believe in, that education and knowledge should be treated as language. Because if you are able to understand that language, it becomes universally applicable. Whether it is in context of something physical, metaphysical, something which is there, something which is in your imagination, something that is practical and something that is yet to be born. It gets applied everywhere. So if you consider education as a language, you are here to understand that language. And that language can come to you by attending physical classes or you're attending online classes. So I am here standing in a university and educational center which is offering online courses. But there is also MGR running other physical institutions. So wherever the knowledge is coming from, the knowledge needs to be treated as language. If you master that language, you will be able to communicate with any and everything. So first objective for your students is to understand the language of education, make yourself knowledgeable, make yourself empowered and only through empowerment you will be able to contribute to society. Now let me move to the next point. That when you become empowered and when you will have resources at your disposal, what are you going to be doing? Trust me on this, each and every one of us, each and every one of you is born with a key. Each and every one of us is born with a key. We are trying to figure out all our lives in what it opens at different stages. And when you become empowered, when you have resources to spend, it is going to be your responsibility on how is it that you're interacting with your environment, what is it that you're doing for yourself, what is it that you're doing it for the society. So first is education. Second, in understanding the fact that you have a key and that you are empowered yourself. And third, on what is it that you're going to be doing for society. Now, in India, there is a beautiful concept called CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility. Since everybody is going to be talking about other interesting topics on sustainability, I'll talk to you about CSR. So, the Indian government has made compulsory for companies which make profit to give 2% of your profit and spend it on CSR, in case you did not know. So 2% of the average 3 years of profit that you've made, all the companies in India, beyond a particular threshold, have been asked to take that money and put it into social responsibility, on social work. CSR is a new fancy term, but it's all about social work. What do you do for social work? A lot of companies today are trying to invest that money in making it more relevant to you. They are going into the context of cancer support. They are going in the context of environment on, so for example, my company has revived 2 lakes here in Chennai. It took us about 18 months. But because of the revival of those 2 lakes, the water table has increased and it has given water to the tube wells of close to about 15 to 20 villages next to it. So there is a relevance to that. Another example of CSR is that we worked in Kerala, where in Alapi and Kuttanad, because the water comes from Munnar and the groundwater has become carcinogenic. We've created, using that same water through reverse osmosis, in giving water back to the villages over there so that they are having drinkable water. This is CSR. So all the companies are trying to invest back in society in order for them to fulfill their goals. Again, going back and saying that there is a 2% money that you need to spend, and that is one of the reasons why we are doing it, but there are lots of norms that you have to follow, that you have to do it in a more responsible manner. It has to be relevant to you. And as a corporate, for me, it is very important that I run all of these initiatives through the people who are working for us. So there is no separate department which is managing that. So for me, it is important that all our people are able to come forward and contribute to that objective. And finally, I think when you are interacting with the environment, even now as as students over here, would have to find out ways in which you will be able to work and contribute back to the society, whether you are taking smaller projects through the college or through your own society, wherever you are living, in making sure that we are living in a clean environment, behave responsibility, and believing in fact that when you have any place of responsibility, any objective that you're working towards, you have to keep in mind the goals of sustainability, environment friendliness that you have to contribute to. With that, I again thank you for inviting me over here, and I pass it on to my next speaker.
Thank you, sir. Now we have our, one of the deputy heads, Dr. M. Bhuneshwari, to introduce our next speaker. Mr. Suresh Janakiraman.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and esteemed colleagues, good afternoon one and all. Today, it's my great honor to recognize and celebrate the visionary leader who has not only driven the technological transformation, but also shaped the future of digital innovation, Mr. Suresh Janakiraman. As a director and the head of Cloud Center for Excellence, the infrastructure and cybersecurity for Capgemini Japan, Mr. Suresh has played a vital role in leading and driving a digital technology initiates across the JPAC region. His unparalleled expertise in cloud, cybersecurity, and generative AI solution has enabled countless organizations to achieve a business outcomes and navigate the complexity of a digital landscape. Mr. Suresh, dedication to building trusted partnership with customers and working closely with the ex-CEOs developing the transformative IT roadmaps has set a benchmark in the industries. By leveraging the cutting edges of technologies from AWS, Microsoft, Azure, and cloud, he has accelerated the digital journey of numerous enterprises, making him a true catalyst for a change. Today, we are acknowledging his remarkable journey. We celebrate not only his technical brilliancy, but also unwavering patience, enabling the business transformations and driving impact. Mr. Suresh, sir, your contribution has been a profound difference. Your legacy will continue to inspire us all. Please join me to Mr. Suresh Janakiraman, a true leader, innovator, and visionary. Thank you, sir.
Vanakkam to all of you. Again, I come from Japan, so I again say vanakkam in Japan way, konnichiwa. Okay, so I think today I'm not going to give a honor speech. The reason being, I'm also one of the proud student of the online program. I'm doing my MBA with the online program of MGR, so I'll soon become an alumni, and I'm a proud student. So thank you for inviting me. It's really an immense pleasure to be here as a student of the online program, also to honor the event. And I take this opportunity to thank and appreciate the entire the distance education and online program, the entire staffs, the teachers, the lecturers, and the leaders who are really contributing to the international students, like people like us, working professionals, are able to study and contribute more towards our career growth, support our organizations to provide thought leadership in various areas. So today the topic is about sustainability, right? How many of you know what is sustainability? Do you all know what is sustainability? The students, can you please raise your hands? You aware of what is sustainability? Do you have some idea of what is sustainability before? Okay. Okay. That's good. So that's how I also started. I even don't know what is sustainability. When I started my career in technology area as a data center engineer, I used to play around with a lot of power supply, energies, right? So renewable energy is sustainable. One of the sustainable goals is renewable energy. What happens today when you overpower, the human overpower environment, for example, when you pollute, when you add a lot of pollutions to your environment, what happens? The air, what you're breathing today, it's get polluted and you get into health issues, right? So how do we avoid that? That is called sustainability. Water sources. Today you have a lot of water sources. As Nasir rightly pointed out why he took water sources as a CSR responsibility, because water is an important source for life. Do you live without water? Do you live without breathing? No, right? So these all are small things. What we are playing around on an everyday life contributes to the future and the sustainable future. So students, today I'm going to highlight some of the technology-related sustainability goals. As we all know, we need to protect the environment. There's a saying called "Go green, breathe clean," right? So same way in technology area, there are a lot of ways to contribute to energy and go green utilizations. So when you use your technology, example computers, your power supplies, all of that, try to reduce the usage of your power supplies so that it contributes to some of the energy savings, and that contributes to the sustainability. So these all are smaller things which you can contribute part of your everyday life. For example, how many of you travel to offices, to your colleges by bike? When you, just one day, if you travel by bus, it saves a lot of pollutions, right? It doesn't contribute to the pollutions to the environment. It is all, every human needs to think sustainability, because that is something that you are doing it for the future generation, for them to live happily, for them to live healthy life. So with this note, I really thank the opportunity given, and I look forward to more interactions, online forums, and such conference. And thank you, and appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Suresh, sir. Oh my God, this is going to be my true fan moment, because our next chief guest is going to be Mr. Sharat Babu Elumale, and I am going to introduce him. It is my honor and privilege to introduce our next chief guest, Mr. Sharat Babu Elumale, born and brought up in slum at Chennai. Sharat sir is not ignorant of his difficulties and poverty in his life, citing his mother to be the most successful entrepreneur who brought up her kids, working several jobs. He is a person who can take lessons from. He has completed his schooling in King's Matriculation High Secondary School in Chennai and graduated in chemical engineering from BITS Pilani. He worked in Polaris Software for 3 years and pursued his MBA in IIM Ahmedabad. Post his MBA, then he started his food venture, a food catering service in 2006. His vision was to offer employment to illiterate and semi-illiterate people through Food King. One of the biggest achievements is becoming an honorary Rotarian. His list of awards are International Service Award, Lions Club International 2020, CNN IBN Young Indian Leader Award 2011, Pepsi MTV Youth Icon Award, which was earlier received by Anil Ambani, Shah Rukh Khan, Rahul Dravid, MS Dhoni. Honorary Rotarian District 3201 is an example to Youth Award 2008 Rotaract Chennai. Honorary Alumni of XLRA Jamshedpur, one of the top 3 young entrepreneurs from across the world selected by World Bank to address on youth and unemployment 2012 in Washington, D.C.
One of the top 50 change agents of the country, India Today, 2008. One of the top 30 Indian young leaders, British High Commission. One of the top youth selected by Obama government to be a legislative fellow. Top 20 promising new star of Tamil Nadu, India Today, August 2019. Asia 21 youth leader, India, Pakistan regional youth leaders, Australia, India youth leader. He has won an award, Sadhanai Chammal, Sadhanai Sudar, inspiring young leader. His story has been featured in third standard book of CBSE book, stress the importance of education. Featured as the chapter in the book of Sapna Jo Sona Nade, written by Union HRD Minister Dr. Ramesh. He is the top 10 youth achievers of JCI International. Last but not least, he is the real icon for the youth of India for success in the face of hardship. His vision is to see hunger-free India. Sir, it is an honor and privilege to have you here. Thanks. Please, sir.
Thank you, Sindhuja ma'am, for a wonderful introduction. A very good morning to respected rector, respected director, Mr. Viswanathan, respected Malini ma'am, assistant registrar, respected chief guest, Mr. Nasir, respected Suresh and Mr. Krishna, Prasad and others on the dais, faculty and students. I think the chief guest emphasized on empowering yourself, you students, and Mr. Suresh emphasized on technological sustainability, right? So I'm given to talk on hunger. How many of you skip your breakfast? I skip. Anyone else? Okay. Was it available? Yes or no? Yes. But still we skipped. Breakfast was available for me, but I skipped. Do I feel hungry? Yes, I feel hungry. Imagine there are crores of children, crores of human. In India, there are like at least 30 crore people who go to bed empty stomach. Was food available for them? No. There are two types of hunger. When you have the food and you skip the food, you feel hungry. It's hungry with a pleasure, okay? But when you don't have the food, you don't know whether your food is going to come or not, and then you feel the hunger. It's very painful. It's the most painful disease in the world, right? When I started my college education in IIM, I had the dream to start a company to reduce the poverty in India, because I happened to see my mother when I was in my 7th standard. We lived in a hut, okay? And I used to go to the school, come back and eat, and I see my mother at the end of the day drink lots of water. I used to think as a kid that my mother is really fond of water. But when I was in my 7th standard, I happened to realize that she has given all the food to all 5 of us, and then there is no food at home, and she needs to sleep, and she can't sleep empty stomach, so she's consuming water. That changed my life. I thought I should help my mother. But when I went to college, right, I happened to prepare for this exam, CAT exam, which is like IIM admission. I came across a report saying that there are 30% of Indian population go to bed empty stomach, just like my mother. And that enlarged my vision that I can support my mother, but what about there are like crores of mothers? So then came the idea that I should start a company and give jobs to them so that they could also support their children. I achieved my dream. I started my company with 2,000 rupees. And all these years, I've been doing that. Not only that, I also dreamt that we need thousands and thousands of youngsters to become entrepreneurs. Trust me, I've crossed more than 2,000 functions so far as chief guest and guest of honor. Out of this, 16 years after I am Ahmedabad, I've been on stage nearly 7 years, right? And I used to think that you youngsters should become empowered
and you should create more jobs instead of seeking jobs, right? So that was my dream, and I run cafeterias in hospitals. I'll tell you one example. 5 years back, I took a hospital cafeteria, and I just interact with the poor patients attender. Are you able to follow me? Okay, I used to interact with the patient's attender. There was a lady, I interacted, I asked her, okay, you had your breakfast, you had your food or not? She said, at 11:30 around. She said, no. I asked why. She said, in this cafeteria, I just recently took, 5 years back, just 1 week into the 1 month into the cafeteria, and she said, in this cafeteria, 2 idlis cost 23 rupees, and I can't afford that. Max I can afford just 1 tea till my dinner. I go back home and I have my dinner. Within 2-3 days, I reduced my price of 2 idlis to 15 rupees for 2 idlis, okay? Even in roadside shops, they sell around 7 rupees, 8 rupees. In a cafeteria where I pay huge rent and where I employ nearly 25-30 people, I reduced it to 15 rupees for 2 idlis. From 300 idlis per day, okay, it went up till 1200 idlis per day, which means that 300 more people are able to consume just because I reduced the price by 8 rupees, right? And I increased the price to 20 rupees just one year before. As you all know, the cost has gone really high. The rice cost, the gas cost, everything. Even today, we are not in the same rate it was followed 5 years back. Why I say this is, wherever you are, you just get empowered and just try to do something for the society. Definitely, it will be very helpful, and that's the purpose of education, right? And the online program is very helpful, for the poor students, because if they attend the program through online, right, they have lots of other time where they can go and work part-time and, they can sustain their family. And this is a very big eye-opener which Corona period has brought to the country, right? What I felt is, after the Corona period, I think the Indian education system really haven't captured the capability of online programs. I hope definitely there are crores of business, no doubt about that. But any program with a vision, to help the society, to help the poor people, definitely will go a long way, and even business-wise also will do good. I wish Dr.M.G.R. Medical University keep this in mind and work on this. My best wishes and my best wishes for the students. Thank you. Thanks again for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I welcome Director CAQA, Dr. Uday Kala, to introduce our next chief guest, Mr. A.G. Krishna Prasad.
Good morning. Sir, we really got stuck up with your speech. I'm really speechless. I'm glad to introduce the icon, IT icon, Mr. A.G. Krishna Prasad. And he actually aligns with SDG 4, quality education. By seeing his profile, he made around thousands of students employed. So I'll just go through with this profile for your profound thinking. Mr. Krishna Prasad is having a work experience of around 19 plus years in IT sector, currently employed with Infosys Limited. For the past 16 plus years, leading global immigrations for Chennai, Mangalore, Mysore and Trivandrum locations, and also have handled business partners HR function for a couple of years. And the real thing which captured me by seeing his profile is his training experience. He has conducted more than 50 sessions for the employability skills. Students, just listen carefully to his talk. I think that will be really useful for you because his employability skill training program for many engineering colleges, arts and science college, and he also has headed industrial visit, people who go for industrial visit for Infosys, and visit government schools in and around Chennai, addressing students on how to score effectively in examinations, which is a real need of our. And his certifications goes on and on. Certified by mindfulness instructor, certified by International Institute of Professional Excellence, certified as NLP practitioner, certified barefoot counselor for employee counseling at Infosys Limited. Sir, happy to be with you, sir, today. The stage is yours. Welcome, sir.
லஞ்ச் டைமில் எல்லாரையும் உட்கார வச்சு இங்கே உட்காரவங்களுக்கு பிரச்சனை இல்லை, அங்கே உட்காரவங்களுக்கு கண்டிப்பாக பிரச்சனை. ஏன்னா நானும் அங்கேருந்து வந்ததுனால எப்படா முடிப்பீங்க அப்படின்னு மைண்டுக்குள்ளே ஓடும். எத்தனை பேருக்குள்ள பொய் சொல்லக்கூடாது, ஓகேவா? ஓடுதா? ஓடலையா? அப்போ நம்ம தனியாக செஷன் வச்சுக்கலாம் உங்களுக்கு மட்டும். இன்றைக்கி லஞ்சே கிடையாது உங்களுக்கு, அதனால தான் ஓடலை. ஸோ தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் அட் தி அவுட் செட், தேங்கிங் the event organizers and especially Ms. Kirtana for giving me this opportunity to share stage with the august chief guest and guest of honors who have immense profile to them. So I'm indeed honored to have shared the stage with all of you. Having spoken about the topic of sustainability, the UN sustainability goals, point number 4 talks about sustainability in education, having quality education. So in the context of the university, I would like to have 3 points called out, and thankfully the registrar and the director madam is also here. So I would like to have 3 stakeholders called out here. One is the university management, another will be the teaching faculty, and third will be the students. My request to the management here is to have access to for the higher education beyond what it is being offered today. So what I see is there is a more need for the cross-cultural or other cross-discipline to be brought in. If Provost sir had said that he is an engineering graduate, he needs to know economics, he won't learn economics. So what stops in providing us a course in economics, a certificate course in economics, or commerce, or banking? As a professional, it would help me to upskill my knowledge, upskill my ability. So please do think on, see how you can do a cross-cultural, rather cross certification that can be given to students who are willing to go outside their domain. Exactly, that's primary which I wanted to place a request as part of the sustainability factor in education. And being inclusive. What do I mean by inclusive? Today, online courses can be learnt to my understanding, who can hear and who can see. Can we look at something else which can cater to people who have hearing impairedness, who have visual impairedness? So that is another sustainability that we can look at, reaching to more masses. As all the other speakers said, education is the key tool for growth and development. So can we look at people from that domain, okay, to be included as part of the sustainable goals when it comes to management aspect of the online education. Next is on the teaching faculty. Of course, I know that teaching faculties have been toiling their blood and sweat in teaching all the students, but can we go a little beyond what it is? There could be people with learning disability, people with language disability. Of course, those can be overcome, but can we look at something else, how we can teach innovatively so that whatever we are trying to teach goes directly to them? As Mr. Registrar said, that more and more online comes into picture, so we need to focus how we can cater to different streams that are there, different sections of the society. It's not only English, it's not only the domain. Can we look at something in an innovative way to be more inclusive so that as a student, I'm there to learn. As a faculty, am I willing to go the way that the student wants? So that's another request that I have. And finally, to the students, the UN Sustainability Goal says, be a lifelong learner. Lifelong learning doesn't mean that you stop learning only till your UG, PG, or your PhD or postdoctorate, till you breathe your last. To me, eye-opener was the COVID. So I am an NLP practitioner. So I went ahead and did my certificate course in mindfulness and also a certificate course in neuroscience. Of course, I'm not a science graduate, but I'll be able to understand how my brain functions. How is it responsible for motivation? What is it responsible for my laziness? How it can help me to grow, or rather, what is stopping me from growing? So all these basics I was able to understand because I had interest in that particular subject. So here, you could be an engineering, an arts and science, or a management graduate. Try to expand yourself beyond what your domain knowledge is. So be a lifelong learner and also go beyond your domain and have a cross-learning done. So only these two domains or these two areas that will help you grow higher and higher. Today, if an engineer has to operate a bank account, he or she must know how the banking system works. Or if a shopkeeper wants to know how a GPay works, he or she should know what is the background towards a GPay. How does the network get secured? How my money gets transferred? So there is a cross-learning happen. So we have to facilitate the cross-learning. And more certificate courses if you can introduce. And people like me, I'll be the first to enroll myself to become a certified cross-learning student, where I go beyond my domain and learn what I can get the university can offer from. So that if I go and say I'm authorized, rather I'm certified by Dr.M.G.R. University, it has its value. So than saying I'm certified from Canada, I'm certified from UK, who will even know is that a real certification? If I go and say I'm certified by Dr.M.G.R. University, it has its value. So please do think, is my request, it's my selfish request. So try to offer more and more cross-domain certifications, which would help a lot of us to gain more knowledge and expand our spectrum in terms of learning. So thank you so very much for all of you who have been listening patiently so far, and the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Once again, have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now invite our Dean Online Programs, Dr. Kasturi, to introduce our next chief guest, Mr. Suresh Kumar.
It is my honor and privilege to introduce our chief guest. He is an alumni. And this is a proud moment for a faculty to introduce our chief guest. Mr. Suresh Kumar, Head Operations, Narvi Hospitals, Vellore, Bachelor's in Microbiology from Bangalore University, Postgraduate from Bangalore University, and done his MBA in Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute. He has high quality health services. He has offered 28 years of experience in multi-speciality, cross-functional experience in heading the hospitals, laboratory, and medical administration. It is, I feel very happy and proud to introduce our chief guest, sir. The dais is yours. Thank you.
Vanakkam, Chennai. Thanks a lot for inviting me, madam. Dr. Kasturi is my inspiration, okay. Why? Because in my first semester, she took the basic accounting classes. And she used to always, when she comes on the camera, she always says, "Good morning, students." Ma'am, I'm in front of you now. So, now, coming to my, few points for the students here. The only thing which I wanted to say that you students are very important for your future. Build your future on your own. Your parents have given the opportunity for you guys to get into the courses which you all wanted. I believe you all have chosen your courses on your own. Because why I'm saying this is this, if you choose the course on your own or a field on your own, you have a responsibility on that course and to become a good future for yourself. Now, when it comes to the future, education remains the paramount importance for you guys. See, when I finished my education in early 90s, we never had an online courses like this, you know. We had, but it's an open university courses. But now you all have, you know, a lot of, medium where you can choose your courses. Now, I'm a very young student at 50-year-old, you know, and I've got an MBA because I need an MBA, and my aspiration is that I want to become a CEO of a company. So now I started as a technician in 95. I crafted my future. I crafted my education. I crafted my dream. The reason for that is you have to be inspiring to others. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve, but there is a dedication is very, very important. Now on that line, you know, I would say be very responsible to your future. Be very responsible to your parents, because the parents are very, very critical factor to look after when they are getting old. And you can enjoy your education, but do not ignore your education. That's my humble request to each one of you, so that you can take care of your family. You need to have a social responsibility on your surroundings as well as your own siblings or own family members, so that be a change for your family, be a change for your community, and be a change for your own friends. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We have two international speakers through the Zoom. They are unable to come through the Zoom meet, but they have recorded the video and sent. Before that, I request all the dignitaries on the dais to take their seats off the dais. We'll have the online video on screen.
Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, a UGC-approved deemed university, has been providing high-quality online degree programs since July 2021. Our goal is to offer accessible top-tier education through our specialized online portal. We are committed to empowering students and professionals with flexible learning options that maintain traditional quality standards. Our vision is to impart high-quality online learning opportunities to aspiring learners with tailor-made, engaging and interactive modules supported by a transformative, innovative, instructional technology for next-generation learners and shaping future leaders towards becoming effective national and global citizens. Our mission is to provide world-class online teaching learning platform for contemporary knowledge delivery, digital learning through innovation-driven instructional technology, flexible support services for aspiring learners in the global community, creative problem solving through order thinking skills, hybrid and web-enhanced classes through non-traditional delivery modes. We initiated our first batch in 2021 with approximately 400 students. Since then, we have evolved and grown significantly in both numbers and geographical reach, maintaining a steady pace of growth. We boast a diverse student body, with students hailing from various parts and beyond our borders studying with us. The motto of our online programs is Admission to Degree Everything Online. We are honored to announce that we have been awarded the title of the Best Educational Institution in the category of online education. This prestigious recognition highlights our institution's dedication to innovation, effective teaching methodologies, and the utilization of technology to enrich education. We offer a range of undergraduate programs including BCom, BBA, BCA, and BA in English. For postgraduate programs, we offer an MBA program with specializations in marketing, finance, HR management, information systems, operations management, and hospital and healthcare management. In addition, we offer MCOM, MSc in Mathematics and Statistics, MSc in Data Science and Artificial Intelligence, and MA in Public Administration, Economics, English, Political Science, Journalism, and Mass.
International chief guest to the gathering.
It is a great honor and privilege to introduce our esteemed speaker for today's forum, Professor Ren Hong and Swang. Though he is not an amidst us participating, we are fortunate to have a video recording for his valuable insights. His remarkable career is marked over 360 published works in international journals and conferences, co-authorship and removable textbook called Computer Networks and Open Source Approach, and his services on the editorial board as a prominent of IEEE journals. Today, we are privileged to learn from his deep expertise. Let us now listen to the Professor Hong, whose insights on the exciting with the involving the landscape of artificial intelligence and technology for Speaker 1. For the Speaker 2, it's a great honor to introduce our distinguished international speaker, Associate Professor about Po Han Xing from the Department of Marketing and Logistic Management at Shanghai University of Technology, Taiwan. Although Professor Shen cannot be with us in person, we are privileged to present his insight via a recorded video. We are excited to hear his thoughts on sustainability and the future of intelligence commerce. Please join with me in welcoming virtually Professor Abbott and Po Han Xing. We now would like to take you through this recorded presentation.
Hello everyone, my name is Ren Hong Huang. I am the Dean of the College of Artificial Intelligence at National Yangming Jiaotong University. Our college has 3 master programs and 1 PhD programs. And the SDGs that we focus on include sustainable cities and communities, partnerships for the goals, good health and well-being, quality education, clean water and sustainability, affordable and clean energy, industry, innovation and infrastructure. For the ESG, we focus on environment, social, and governance. In environment, we have many researchers that devoted to protect the environment. For example, we have technology using UAV to observe the endangered animals, to detect marine debris. We also focus on green energy, such as to help the growth of rice, to protect energy, and also to have use green energy to have a better environment. For the social part, we participate in many projects to improve the society of our community. For example, we participate in medical health to do better e-health, to use AI to predict some images that has to diagnose some images that has some diseases. We also participate in smart cities for efficient transportation, intelligent transportation. For governance, we emphasize on ethics, transparency, communication with stakeholders, governance, accountability, anti-corruption, and bribery. After all, as a member of National Yang-Ming-Chiao Tung University, we are very focused on the protection of the environment, helping our society, and also have transparent governance, so that all our members, our stakeholders, could benefit from the ESG.
Thank you so much, sir. A thankful heart is not only the greatest virtue, but the parent of all the other virtues. I now invite Director CIQA Online, Dr. Uday Kala, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, dignitaries of the dais and the students present here patiently. Just a moment, please. Be patient, because Thanksgiving is very, very essential, right? So be a part of giving thanks, okay? So on behalf of the Center for Online Program, we would like to express our thanks to our founder Chancellor Thiru A.C. Shanmugam for providing us a platform for all of us to join here and discuss on the said topic. Our heartfelt thanks goes to our Honorable President, Engineer ACS Arun Kumar, whose unwavering support which takes towards the goal fixed by our founder Chancellor. I would like to extend my thanks to our dynamic Vice Chancellor. You might have seen her here, Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi, whose leadership takes this institution to progress towards success. I would like to extend my thanks to the legendary leaders, our Provost, Dr. G. Gopalakrishnan, our Rector, Dr. G. Vishwanathan, for their valuable guidance. We take this opportunity to thank our Registrar, Dr. C.B. Padanivelu, Senior Additional Registrar, Dr. P. Kalidas, additional registrars, joint registrars, principals, deans, and heads for their commitment towards excellence for this academic institution. We appreciate and thank our esteemed guest speakers for their valuable presence here and their profound knowledge sharing. Though they are far apart, thanks for our global communication, who shared their insights through virtual media. And I would like to thank our Joint Registrar, K. Sendil Kumar, who's the Joint Registrar for QS and PM, who did a lot of background work on this area. And stay tuned with us for yet another day for brainstorming sessions and engaging discussions. Please do join with us for a great round of applause as a collective gratitude. Thanks to all.
Thank you so much, all of you. I request all the students to kindly be seated till the dignitaries leave the place. Thank you.